Caffeine addiction is the prolonged harmful use of caffeine that has a negative impact on one's health, relationships with others, or other aspects of one's life. To be clear, caffeine has a wide range of beneficial side effects. This plant-derived stimulant has been linked in studies to better moods, headache relief, and possibly a lower risk of developing serious illnesses like strokes, Parkinson's, and Alzheimer's. However, some individuals have unpleasant side effects from their caffeine intake or struggle to function without it. There have been isolated instances of caffeine overdose. The most used substance in the world is caffeine. While the main sources of caffeine in the United States are coffee and soda, the main forms of consumption in Africa and Asia are soda and tea. In addition, caffeine can be found in a wide variety of everyday meals, including pretty much anything that contains chocolate. When coffee negatively affects your life, but you can't stop taking it, that's when it becomes a problem. Or you eat it despite being aware that doing so could be harmful to your health or hurting your mind or body. There are many ways that caffeine affects the body that could be bad for your health. Caffeine has been linked to increased blood pressure and altered heart rates. The possibility that caffeine may raise your risk of osteoporosis is another matter of debate. According to one study, this is true for menopausal women who consume a lot of coffee. If caffeine is drunk within 6 hours of bedtime, it can also harm your health by interfering with your sleep. Lack of sleep makes it more difficult to work well during the day. Sleep is crucial for overall health and even immunological function because it is when your body repairs. As caffeine is a stimulant, consuming too much can cause a cluster of symptoms associated with stimulation of the brain and nervous system. These symptoms include dizziness, feeling shaky, headache, increased blood pressure, nervousness, racing heart, sleep issues. Both consuming too much caffeine and suddenly cutting it out of your diet can have negative effects. Caffeine withdrawal, which has the opposite effects of too much consumption, might arise from this. People who are caffeine addicts may experience this impact to a greater extent. A headache, which can be mild to severe, is the symptom that caffeine withdrawal sufferers report experiencing the most commonly. Other side effects of cutting back on your coffee intake or skipping a dose include feeling tired or sleepy, reduced mental alertness, slower reaction times, worsened performance on memory tasks. Caffeine addiction involves not only abusing the stimulant aggressively, but also becoming dependent on it to get through each day, regardless of any bad side effects. Knowing whether you might be addicted can be determined by: assess your intake. Determine how much caffeine you typically consume each day. Be aware that specialty, espresso, lattes, and cappuccinos often have higher caffeine content than soda, drip or instant coffee, or other commonly consumed caffeinated foods and beverages. Therefore, while figuring out your regular intake, this should be taken into consideration. Pay close attention to your feelings. Keep track of any negative effects you may have from consuming caffeine. Note any negative effects you experience if you reduce your usual consumption of coffee or stop taking it altogether. For a fuller picture of how its use affects you, pay attention to both the mental and physical impacts. Take into account how caffeine impacts every aspect of your life. Consider your caffeine use and how it impacts your entire life. If you don't have your morning cup of coffee, for example, will your relationships suffer? Could your caffeine intake be a factor in your anxiety at work? Speak with your healthcare expert if you believe that your reactions to caffeine or a lack of caffeine are having any harmful effects on you. Similar to this, discuss your options with your doctor right away if you have a different medical condition that could be affected by caffeine use, such as heart disease, or even if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. Talk to your doctor about treatment options if you believe you are using caffeine to cope with an emotional issue, such as depression or anxiety. The right medical care could significantly change your situation. Are you a caffeine addict? Or do you know anyone who consumes a lot of it? What has been your experience or theirs? Let us know in the comments down below. If you think this video helped you, please like and share with those who need it. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.